Once upon a time there was a very fat and old man that takes two types of medicine, with number one being a medicine that makes him skinnier and number two being a medicine that makes him look and feel younger. When he was good enough to stop taking the medicine, he said, "I think I'm going to go somewhere." "How about an iceberg?" So the man got in his super light-speed morphing car and went into the distance in a forest, making a trail of vaporized dead trees behind him because he went so fast that he left a giant shockwave every foot he traveled, which vaporized all the trees in his path. When he got to the beach, about 1,000 miles away from his home, instantly he drove into the water just a little bit and pushed a button which turned his car into a submarine and launched the submarine into the water. Then he drove to the biggest iceberg he could find on his radar at light speed, vaporizing the water behind him with the submarine flaming underwater due to the force of the water hitting it. When he got there, the flaming stopped. Then he jumped out of his submarine and on top of the iceberg. He dug and dug until he found the middle where there were many, many rare gemstones. He grabbed all the gems and noticed that they took up about half of the submarine. "I didn't think it would take this much space. I can't get in now. Luckily, I know exactly how to fix this," he said. So he added a portal in the submarine which will take the gems into an alternate dimension. He also took all of the gems from the nearby icebergs because why not? After that, he put all of his gems into the portal and went back to the beach with his submarine flaming, which left a trail of vaporized water, which means that he invented a way to control when a rainstorm happens because the vaporized water will eventually rain down on the public. Then morphed his submarine into a car and went home at, of course, light speed. When he got there, he pushed a button which emptied the gems into another portal which teleported them into his infinite storage space safe, and then went through a portal which took him to a different habitable planet with icebergs after he took all of the gems out of all of the icebergs on Earth. He mined all of the gems in all of the icebergs on the planet, which we will call Icebe, and put them in the portal in his portal submarine, which teleports them to the man's infinite storage space safe on Earth. He jumped in too. The man was teleported next to it. He turned the submarine into a car in the water and created a giant portal under the car which teleported it onto his driveway and went to all of the other habitable planets in the universe and mined all of the gems from them and went to his home from the last one the same way he did before. He came home to find out that his infinite storage space safe exploded. Then the universe encountered an error because the explosion made too much of a mess, so the universe got restarted. Then the old man's clone skeleton fell on his car and exploded it. Then a random UFO came down from the sky and put out the fire. Then a giant laser beam came down from the sky. Then the man's car appeared and drove off and lived happily ever after. The end.